I think so far the best thing that 2025 has brought is the notion that conspiracy theorists aren't fully crazy. They're just a little bit ahead of their time in a way. I love conspiracy theories. I've been just so invested in conspiracy theories, I guess partially because I've had this little nudge that there is some semblance of truth within a lot of these theories. My favorite one, and when I say favorite, I don't mean like this is the one I support the most, but the favorite one for me to go down is the Saturn ritual abuse pipeline, which is it's really a grim concept, but there's so many layers to it, and it's so embedded with, all the dots are there, and they're connecting in real time. I'd encourage you guys to do your own research about it, because I made a post like talking about a little piece of this, more of like the part where like kids really go missing. I made a whole TikTok about this a long time ago, and it got taken down and I got a strike on my page. So I'm kind of like tiptoeing about how to talk about this, but everything's connected. So I'll talk about a different portion. You kind of have to understand how Saturn is represented in mythos. Saturn's also, the exact replica of Cronus, just between like Greek and Roman mythologies. And they both are represented in a lot of similar ways, but Saturn is Father Time. Saturn is what kind of rules like this realm in a way. So it's, there's a lot of notions about Saturn, and I don't really want to say some of them on this because I don't know what I can say, but Saturn is very commonly connected to a devil type name that starts with an S as well. When you go down this rabbit hole and really start connecting dots, you see just how it's connected on like a global scale. Like these rings of people that are, shipping kids back and forth, shipping people back and forth to do all of these crazy rituals. It's all connected because they need such a wide network in order for it to work on the scale that it does. And a lot of it has to do with the concept of destiny swapping and the fact that kids are so much more like pure consciousness in a way, because they haven't really been tainted by like existing here. Their ego isn't fully developed. And so in that breath, like they're a lot closer to divinity. And that is what takes away, like you can take away the innocence of the child through the things that these people are doing, which is just so sick. And so you have these people doing like completely vile acts just because they know the power that kids hold innately within them, just because of how they are existing currently. And I can't even say too much about it. I would encourage you to go do some research or come back here and comment a few things, and I can kind of like bit by bit talk about different parts of it. But I think if I made another full video talking about, why kids are going missing, the concept of adrenochrome, which I don't even know if I should be mentioning, but it's all deeply embedded, it's all deeply connected, and it has to do with some of the lists that aren't really coming out and a bunch of different systems. I've talked about honeypots and a bunch of stuff, but if you really want to look at it, look up Saturn rituals or Saturn ritualistic abuse, and that'll kind of take you down a rabbit hole, sort of. If you know anything about it though, tap in with me, we can talk about it.